Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. Sorry I haven't posted in a while. My new job is quite far away from where I live, so I've been commuting well over an hour and a half each way, usually about 2 hours with traffic, so I haven't had a lot of time for doing videos, and I have done a couple that then haven't worked once they've got put onto the computer. So we had a few technical hitches, and add that in with the travel, it's been impossible to get videos out in the last week. However, that being said, I have sorted out the technical side of it, so I shouldn't have any problems moving forward. And as I've already said to you, once we move in the coming months, I'm going to be investing in some equipment, so the video quality will go up and everything else will get better. Now, today I wanted to do a short video just because I've been having a few questions come in on the iPad on Twitter, and I thought I'd do a quick Q&A video for you all. So without further ado, let's find out what the first question is. Oh yeah, by the way, my Wonder Woman case. Thank you, eBay. Okay. So the first question comes from Ashley, and Ashley asked me what my favourite game is. Most of you probably already know that would be The Witcher 3. It is my favourite game I've ever played. I have lost half of my life to it in recent months. I don't even know what my current hour count is. And I'm actually also putting off doing the last quest because I don't want it to end. So instead of doing the final quest in Blood and Wine, I am now going around and doing all the little things on the map. So all of those Skellige treasure icons, I am now going around and doing. And because I'm playing it on my PC, which is slightly old now, we need to upgrade it a little bit, the water freezes the computer quite a lot. So those treasure marks are really hard to get in frustration levels. But it doesn't stop me loving the game. The Witcher 3, if you haven't already played it, is definitely one that you need to go out and get. There's always offers on. I mean, if you're using PC, go on to g2a.com. G2A gives you discounted codes for Steam games or for other types of games on your computer. Highly recommend that. That's where I got it. I got The Witcher 3 for 15 quid, and it came with the season pass, which is amazing because the DLC that you get with The Witcher is huge. I mean, Blood and Wine itself apparently is about the same size as The Witcher 2, so that gives you kind of a scale for how awesome the DLC is and how much value you get for what you pay. Okay, so the next question. Okay, the next question is from James, and James asked me what my favourite band is, or who my favourite band are, I would say. Incubus are my favourite band. I was a bit of a little emo indie kid when I was a teenager, and the music tastes have stayed with me. I do like other stuff as well, but Incubus, Chili's, Foo Fighters, Fall Out Boy, Simple Plan, Blink, all of those are my top bands. But I would say Incubus are my favourite. The best album in my opinion is Morning View or Science. Didn't ask this, but I'll tell you anyway. My favourite musical artist, completely the other end of the scale, is John Mayer. I love him. His voice is just magic. And his best album is Where the Light Is, the live album, in my opinion. If you don't know who he is, because in the UK he isn't that big. He is in America, but he isn't over here. Really go and check him out. His music is beautiful. My favourite song is Slow Dancing in a Burning Room. It's just amazing. Okay. Okay, this is quite a topical question. This comes from George. George asked me if I like the Telltale games, or Telltale, I always say it wrong, which is actually one of the videos that I was trying to make. So I started to play the Batman Telltale game, and I tried to do a let's play of it and it didn't really work. So first of all I recorded it on the PS4 and my mic wasn't loud enough so you didn't hear anything I said, and then I tried recording myself as I was playing it and I couldn't get them to sync up and it all went wrong. So we haven't got that at the moment, and I will do a let's play of it when we have better internet and I have a better mic, so that you can have a look at that game and look at me reacting to it. So far though, early impressions, I mean, the graphics are beautiful, it's absolutely stunning, it looks incredible, it looks like an actual comic book coming to life, which is exactly what you want from a Batman Telltale game. I don't know if I'm a fan of the Telltale series. I think they're a bit slow. I think they're great for what they are, but for me, it's not really my kind of game. So it's not a criticism of Telltale and the way they make games. It's just I have recognised that that's not really something that I enjoy. I will play it because it's Batman and DC nerd for life, so I'm going to play it. Not overly excited by it, so it's probably going to take me a while to finish it because I haven't got that I want to get home and play it feeling that I have with other games. So yeah, so no, Telltale is not really my type of game. We have another gaming question. I'm just going to find it because I quite liked it. I can't find it. I can remember the question, I just can't remember who asked it. So if I find who asked it later, I'll put it in the description. But the comment was, what is your favourite retro game? Now, if we're talking retro as in first generation, I'm going to be a traitor here and mention an Xbox game instead of a PlayStation game, even though I am PlayStation for life. But my favourite retro game is Time Splitters Future Perfect on Xbox, the original Xbox. The reason is the co-op and the multiplayer is just the best multiplayer ever. The co-op mission for the whole story is a really good laugh and you can have a lot of fun with a mate, but the multiplayer is insane. It's so funny. You can be little gingerbread men, you can be monkeys, there's like a cyber chimp, a chimp that's like a normal chimp that shoots with a banana, there's a ninja monkey, you can be a snowman on a flying carpet because reasons. Or a dinosaur, or you can go and be the serious characters that are in the main story and are pretty damn scary actually. If you look at the graphics for when they were released, they were pretty intense and freaky. But the maps are amazing, it's so much fun. There are silly options like big head mode, you can eject people and their heads blow up, there's capture the flag, there's all sorts of things and I just love it. Some of my best memories from gaming when I was younger was being in my boyfriend at the time, Jake's house, with Slee and probably Leo and who else? Martin and maybe Robinette, and we would all just sit there and mass play this. And this was the time where multiplayer was on one screen and you each had a corner and you try and peek at the other people's corner to see where they were. One person, Leo, would always camp, everybody else would try and kill them, and it was just brilliant. It was the most fun I can remember having. Similarly, I also liked Black Hawk Down on Xbox for the same reason. The multiplayer was epic and I camped in that game. There was a level where there were two towers in the city and they looked identical, so your opponent couldn't tell which one you were in. And I would go up this tower and it had a spiral staircase around the outside, so I'd put mines all the way up the spiral staircase. I know, I'm the worst kind of person for doing this. And then I would sit in the top with a sniper and annihilate anybody. They couldn't get to me, they couldn't hide. So yeah, I'm the worst kind of person. I hate people that do that now, and I apologise to everybody that I did that to back in the day. I will give a PlayStation game as well, just because PS forever. I think Medieval, I don't know how you say it. The game was hilarious. It was just so funny. Fortescue was just such a mess of a character. It was brilliant. If you don't know what it is, do check it out. It's slightly lesser known than like your Crash Bandicoot and things like that and Tomb Raider, but it's well worth a play. So if you've got a simulator or you've still got your old Xbox, please do try it out because it's so PlayStation. Please do try it out because it's really funny. Okay, so I'll do one more question and then that will be it for today. Okay, so this question comes from Mark. My iPad's trying to do a software update later. Okay, so Mark asked, although you're a DC fan, yeah, that's right, although you're a DC fan, what is your favourite Marvel comic? So my favourite Marvel comic is Iron Man, and I just think it's because of the comedy more than anything else. I remember reading an episode just after, I think, the first Iron Man movie came out, and the press were hounding Tony and Pepper, and they hid in a motel or something, and I remember them then going back out and pretending to be their movie versions, which was hilarious. So they pretended to be Robert Downey Jr. And Gwyneth Paltrow to get the press off them, because the press were less interested in those actors than they were in Tony and Pepper. That was hilarious. That pretty much sums up Iron Man for me, that level of self-awareness and hilarity. That's why I liked it. It's not that I don't like Marvel, I do really like Marvel, I just prefer DC. I think DC are better. We have the better villains, definitely. You will not be able to argue that point with me. And I think that our characters are just more well-rounded, but that's my opinion. I get why people love Marvel more. I just like DC. And also Superman. Oh no, my Crunchyroll bracelet's in the way. Yeah. Well, that's it for today. If you do have any questions, let me know on Twitter. So my Twitter handle is @Jarvis Sensei. I'll put a link in the description. You could also leave questions on here, and I will pick my favourite ones and do another Q&A this time next month. Don't forget, we've also got a competition running, so check my previous videos for that one, and keep watching, and thank you very much. Bye!